Well, Terry, welcome to Notre Dame.
Thanks. Happy to be here. Family's excited. They won't be here till June, but great opportunity for me, and I'm excited to get to work.
Talk to me about how this all came about, because I know you didn't really have any connections to the current staff or Notre Dame before you got the phone call.
Well, I was kind of just minding my business at the end of the season, doing the recruiting for UNC. Things were going well. And then obviously a lot of things happened as the season ended. The 10th assistant became a new rule. And then you had obviously some guys choose to go to some different jobs. And I think when the opportunity happened at Notre Dame, they were looking for a safety guy who can come in. And talking to Clark and Coach Kelly, it was a great fit for me. And you only get one chance to coach at Notre Dame. And when they called, it was a job that I wanted to listen to and really get out to see it and really get to feel the people here, and I did, and it's been unbelievable.
What attracts you to this place?
Well, the biggest thing is that you can be anywhere in the world, and if somebody asks you where you work at, you can say Notre Dame, and they'll know what you're talking about. That's the first thing. But even as a kid, watching them on TV, the prestige, the big games, the national recruiting, and a chance to win championships, all of that in just one big pie makes it a very attractive job.
Your high school coach, Hank Tierney, says you fit in everywhere with everyone. What does that mean?
That means that, I pride myself on being able to have a conversation with anyone, whether it's sports, whether it's the young and the restless, whether it's the stock market, whether it's politics. I think the more well-rounded you are as a human being, the better off you can be with relating to all kinds, different types of people. It helps with my players, it helps in recruiting, but I think it also helps me relate to my daughters to let them know that every group of people can give us a little bit more towards our education.
Your demeanor also lends to recruiting, and you have the reputation of being an outstanding recruiter. You've been a recruiting coordinator both at Louisiana Tech and Tennessee. From those experiences, how do you think that's going to help you recruit here at Notre Dame?
Well, I think one of the big things about Notre Dame is that you recruit nationwide. And so we can go from coast to coast and really have a chance to get any kid that we choose to. And I think from our standpoint now, we're selecting guys that fit our profile and our program. And I think one thing that helps me out from Tennessee and Louisiana Tech, but also Nebraska, is that we were nationwide. And so different parts of the country, obviously you got to have different types of recruiting strategies. So I think now I can implement all the things that I've learned from being in the South, being in the Midwest at Nebraska, and put them all together and come out with that quality person.
So take me through your process, through spring practice, the fall, and then that first game. You've got just a routine opponent in Michigan in the first game of the year.
Well, the big thing for me in the spring is going to be to evaluate. Obviously there's going to be some scheme things that I got to get converted over in my mind, terminology, but as far as we go through the spring, that's going to be evaluation and really seeing what do I have in that room, the good and the bad, and then kind of trying to put those guys in the right position to make plays. After we got a spring practice, obviously it goes into recruiting, and now at least I know what we have in the room, and now I can get some pieces on the road recruiting and evaluate those guys to say, hey, this is what we need going forward. And then once we get to the summer, it'll be more game planning, getting ready for those first 4 opponents, figuring out what's giving them problems last year, what can we do to expose some things, and then once training camp hits, it's time to go to work, and that's what we live for.
I know you're in the middle of this whirlwind of transitioning to a new job and at Notre Dame of all places. But as you walk around the campus right now, have you been able to just maybe pause for a minute or two and look around and reflect and kind of get the vibe of what this place is all about?
Yeah, I told my wife 2 nights ago that it's about to be real, because I was going to get on a plane and come to South Bend. And we both sat on the sofa, and she said, yeah, it is going to become real, because it's one of those places we've always talked about, and now we're about to live it and experience it. And when you see people walk around this campus, you can almost see the look on their face that they're walking around somewhere special. And I'm just fortunate to be here.
Well, again, welcome. I enjoyed this immensely. I know you're going to be a great success here, and I look forward to our future conversation.
I appreciate it, and I can't wait to get to work.